Okay, with Publisher open here, what we're going to do is start our next chapter. So what you should do is start Publisher. It says click the blank 8x5x11. Then it says to go to page design, and we're going to change our color scheme. So hit this arrow over here down, and the one they say that they want us to choose is this one right here, Cavern. It's in the built-in classics, third row in the middle. So choose Cavern color scheme. And then for fonts, it says Solstice. Did you guys find Solstice?
Sorry, guys, I'm a little late on the announcement. Good morning, Carlisle High School. Today is Monday, March 29th. Cafeteria menu for today is sausage pizza, green beans, and fruit. Students, when you return from lunch, you are not allowed to go to your lockers until the bell rings. Do not go past the women's restroom in the South Hall. And do not go past room 28 or 36 in the West Hall. Upcoming virtual college visits, University of Massachusetts Amherst, April 6th, 2021 at 8 a.m. Anyone interested, sign up in the office. Senior announcement, April 7th, all day. Casey advisors will be here to meet with seniors to set up class schedules for this summer and or fall. Please let Ms. Brandon know if you need an appointment time for that day. This is a great way to make sure you get the right classes and it saves you a trip to Casey. Good luck to the freshman JV and varsity volleyball team as they host Patoka tonight. Game time starts at 5 o'clock. Good luck to the sophomore football team as they travel to Redbud. Bus leaves at 3:30. Game time is at 6. Again, the Hazlitt Pool is looking for lifeguards for this summer. If you are interested in getting certified, please contact Valerie Volkin or Ashley Westbrook at the Hazlitt Camp Store at 594-8702. The pay is $11 an hour. Just a reminder, students, please be sure to wear your mask correctly. Now, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a great day, guys.
So, what's the scheme? What's the policy?
Which one are you looking for? Color?
Yeah.
Color was Cavern and Solstice. How far down was Solstice? I can't even find it in mine. There it is. Got it. Okay, so Solstice on the font, Cavern for the color scheme. Should be in the second setting right here, built-in classics. You found it? What? Cavern and Solstice for the fonts. And then under orientation for the page, they say switch to landscape. Might be at the very top. Work your way down from the top, one by one, till we all find it. So landscape then for the orientation. Then what it wants us to do is go to insert and go to business information and go down to where it says edit business information. And once you find edit business information, it it says to then go to edit, and we're going to change this stuff. Melinda Zhao, manager, print, pack, go, 632 Garfield Avenue. Phone number. Then remove the logo. And then for all your printing and shipping needs. If you want to come up here and snap a picture on the book, might be the easiest way. Right here, if you want to take it right off the book, that might be easier yet. Just don't get my ugly mug in that picture. Ain't gonna do you no good. So famous right now. Well, at the game today, a couple bad shots. We hit the side of the field. And then once you get all that stuff typed in there, you'll hit save. So it saves that new information. And then I'll Okay, then what you're going to do, I believe everybody's finished up on that now. What's the matter? There's no logo. No logo yet. I don't. Lance, got that? Okay, then what you're going to do is go to Insert again. And this time what we're going to do is go to Word Art. And it says, once we click Word Art, to choose the Fill Non-Outline Red Preview, which is this one right here. And then it should pull up a box that says Your Text Here. That's when you're going to type in Print, Pack, Go. Make sure it's 36. And then it should go on the page. And you hit OK. Then it tells us to do a shape fill. And it says to choose accent 4, which is this one right here. Which should then put kind of a gray color to the font. So click on this and then go to Shape Fill, and then it's this one right here, Accent 4. And it should give it a gray color with red outline. Then after you do the Shape Fill, it says go to Shape Outline. And it says to click Accent 1. This one right here. RGB 102 5151, which almost makes it like a maroon brown. So again, Shape Outline, and it's this one right here, the second one. So instead of red, it's like a brown color. Then go to Shape Outline again and go to Weight, and it says to make it 1.5 on the weight for the outline. Then we're going to go to Shape Effects. And it tells us to go down to the 3D rotation. And then it tells us to choose Off Axis 1. Right. So this one right here, Off Axis 1 to the right. So it should shift it and tilt it to the right. Okay, then it tells us with that still selected, we're supposed to go back into Shape Effects and go down to 3D rotation again. But then it tells us to go all the way down to 3D rotation options and choose that. And it should pull up in the Format Shape box when you do so. Tells us to choose this one right here, the second one. Then it tells us to go down to 3D format. And says change the size to 12.
For the depth of the contour.
At the very bottom.
Very
12. Instead of 36, the depth should be 12 on a 3D format. What's that?
You don't touch the contour.
I didn't hear that. You
You don't touch the contour.
No, you, only thing you're doing on 3D format is changing the size to 12. And then hit OK. And all that really does is shrink down the depth of the 3D so it's not as thick. Then it tells us to right click it. And it says to go to save as building block. And the title is going to be print pack go. The description is going to be word art brand to use in all applications. Gallery is page parts, which it already was. Categories general. Keywords will be logo, brand, print, pack, go. So logo, brand, pack, go, or brand, print, pack, go. Yeah, I can't zoom that any bigger, I'm sorry. Once you have that done, go ahead and click OK so I can see that you have finished. Alright, looks like we're done. Okay, next thing it wants us to do is click on this and just drag this over to the scratch area. So put it in the gray area on the side over there, so it's out of the way. Then what it tells us to do is go to the Insert tab, go down. Just below that, there should be a word that says table with a down arrow. And the table they want us to select is 8 by 5 cell. Or 8 by 5 table is what it should come up to. And when I click on that, it should throw an 8 by 5 table onto my page. Get that to work? So 8 by 5 table on the page. Then let's go to File, Save As, because we haven't done that yet. And save it as print. Okay, after you have the 8x5 on the page, then what you want to do is it tells us to go to Design. Then there should be this option over here, these different table formats. Hit the down arrow so all the formats now are visible. And they told us to go to Table Style 27, which is this one right here. So when then I click on Table Style 27, it should put that kind of redbud colors on the screen, right? What a perfect timing for that, huh? Or Duco. They share their colors. Okay, then what you want to do is it says to go to this one over here. So your far right column. And it says, okay, we screwed up, we put too many in. It wants us to delete one of those. So under Layout, with that cell activated, click Delete and Column. So under the word Layout, delete column. And it should delete the far right column, which then gives us a okay, then what it wants us to do is it says click right here, top left corner, go to Layout, and do Insert Above to add another row above. So click in your top left corner, Layout, Insert Above, and it should add a new column above. Then what it says is we need to move this table. It tells us to make it go, so click on it so you can adjust it and go till 1. You see this right here, how you got 1 inch. See that thing moving at the top? You want that to go to 1 at the top and 2 at the side and let go. So you want it to be here and here, your top corner. So 1 and 2. So just right here in this corner. 1 by 2. See that? I'll do it again. Click up here. See how it does that? Make that go to 1 and 2. Yeah, click on the table. And then go like this. See the arrow change in the corner? And then do it 1 by 2 and then drop, let go. There you go. Okay, after you do that, it says to grab this Print Pack Go that we threw to the side and put that in the top left corner. So we should have Print Pack Go in the top left corner with our table below it. Everybody good? Okay, then it says let's go to row 1 and highlight all of row 1. And and we're going to merge those cells to make it into one solid row. And that's under layout. It says merge cells. Then it tells us to click in the first row of the, or first cell of the second row. And then go to layout if you're not already there. Then it tells us to go to diagonals. And it says go to the second one that says divide down. And it should put a little slash through the middle of that one. Okay, then what we're going to do is to change the line weight. So it tells us to highlight all this, then hold down Control. I'll undo that. I guess just highlight the whole thing. It's fine. So highlight the entire table. Then under Design this time, there should be this thing right here, right below it that says a half point. That's the line weight. They said drop that down and go to the 1.5 for the line weight. But then for line color, they said to change the line color to white. Then under borders, it says to deselect outside border. And then when you click off that, what you should have now is what I kind of have here. Should have white lines now separating the table. Okay, then it tells us to click on this row right here. And it says select both sides of it like that to make sure that it's highlighted on both sides of those. Then it tells us to go up to the borders. Then it tells us to go down and deselect the diagonal borders if it is selected. And then make sure the line color is white, which it should be. And then it says go back in and reselect it to make sure that it is really white. So you turned it off, you turned it to white, and then it says to turn it back on diagonally. It says click outside to make sure that it is now solid white. Because before it wasn't as strong of a white color. It should be a solid white. And then we'll save it right there, and that seems like a pretty good stopping place for today.